Welcome back to another video. I remember a time when, let's go back 10, 12 years ago, when I was getting into training, and I would see these fitness influencers back then. It was changed. It's like the whole landscape has changed dramatically. We had back then, it was like Greg Plitt, I think there was like Ziz, and there was Jeff Sade, and this was like, I guess, considered the golden era of the online social influencer fitness time. Nowadays, it's like I said, it's changed so much, the landscape, but I remember looking back then, and I would look at these guys' physiques, and then I'd look in the mirror and I'd just literally imagine myself looking like that. There was, at that time in my life, at that point, I don't think there was anything I wanted more but to look like that. And now getting to a certain point in my life now that I guess I could say I've pretty much achieved a very similar result or similar physique as a lot of these guys that were once, I guess, considered, the goats of the era in the golden age, the benefits that have come of that to my life. And there's been a lot of benefits in the realms of, I guess you could say, the physical benefits, the mental benefits, but I think more than anything that you notice is the societal benefits and how you get treated differently in society. And I guess it stems from how you look, because everything on the surface, it's very superficial. Everything nowadays is extremely superficial. You can almost judge someone before they open their mouth just by how they look, how they present themselves, how they dress, what shape, what is their body in, what conditions their skin in. You sort of already start to have this idea of who this person's going to be before you even really meet them. And it's just the fact that the way we judge people, you cannot change that. We are, I guess, superficial people, and we judge things based on, things like that, on material things. And it's not, I guess, just material. It is an indicator of health, and I guess it's an indicator of discipline and self-respect. And this is going to lead into the differences, I guess, you experience once you achieve this sort of level of physique. When you look at yourself and you're like, shit, I've gotten to this level. Yeah, it's taken me a long time, and if I could do it again, I could do it much, much quicker now. All the trials and errors I've made along the way, I could get it done, I'd say within 2, 3, 4 years tops, instead of taking the 10 to 12 years it took me. Because now I know what works, what doesn't work, and that's my whole coaching business on the side that I've got. But that's regardless of this video. The difference you get treated, or I guess the respect you get treated with in society now, you're almost looked upon as an authoritative figure. People expect you to have the answers to a lot of their problems because you come across now as this authoritative figure. Because you've got the physique, and having the physique, the well-built, I guess, respected physique shows, you're a man of discipline. You can follow instructions, you can be dedicated, and you have incredible work ethic, because that's essentially what's required to build the physique, to build that dream physique that everyone wants. And subconsciously, people take that information on board. And when they're dealing with you out in the public, the level of respect you get is greatly, greatly different to what you were, or to what I was getting before. Whether that's the sole purpose, or, I have grown up and a lot of things have changed in my life as well, which has contributed to this. But this is one major factor that I've noticed, that how society treats you is completely different. And like I said, you get treated almost as an authoritative figure now. And people see your change in demeanor, your body language, and a lot of this stems from, your increase of hormones, the way you act and the way you feel, the things you do when you have increased levels of testosterone from, going to the gym, eating right, weight training, doing the cardio, just generally being healthy and having high testosterone and being a high testosterone man now. Because the bar is set so low for what a man should be, when you come along with this physique, with this mindset, with these levels of hormones, you're almost looked upon as if like, wow, this is incredible, when it should just be a normal thing. Like, if it was up to me, every guy should be looking like this. This is just what health looks like. This is how a healthy man should feel every single day. But when I go out, to public places like shopping malls and shopping centers and things like that, it puts things back into perspective of what you see online on social media is literally like the top 1% or the top 0.5% of physiques that is showcased. And then when you go out to these public places, it really puts things back into perspective, and you think, damn, the average man doesn't have shredded abs and a full chest and broad shoulders and a deep voice and strong facial features. That is not the average man nowadays, because the bar is set incredibly low. Now, if you just do the bare minimum basics, you're already, well above the curve of the average man. And it's not comparing yourself to the average man, because that's a very bad comparison you want to make nowadays. I think obesity is like incredibly high. I think, was it 30%, 40% of Western population is considered obese now? I don't know the exact figures, but it's absurd. But going back to how you get treated in society now, because you have become far above what the average man is, you're treated with the equivalent respect of above what an average man is. And just say you're going to the shops and you go to buy something, and before you wouldn't really get much help from shop assistants and things like that. They'd sort of like brush you off and be like, oh no, we don't have it in stock. Now when you go to the shops, they will go that extra mile to see if they have it in stock. They'll say, oh, let me check out the bag. Let me call another store. Let me ask another team member. Before, you'll just go to the shops like, oh no, sorry, we don't have it in stock. Check back next week. Now they do all these extra things to go the mile. Whether that's a coincidence of, walking in with a physique, the mindset, being the authority figure, now they give you that respect that you think, or not that you think you deserve, but you just automatically sort of deserve because that's the way they've perceived you now. That's what changes. The way people approach you, their demeanor toward you, they're a lot more like, I guess, sort of softly spoken in their shell. They're sort of like waiting for you to say hi now. They're sort of waiting for you to make the first move in any interaction. Even with interacting with females now, they act a lot differently, and they're sort of like a lot more quiet, a lot more feminine and soft, because the image you portray out there is, I guess, so much more like masculine, and I don't know if you want to call it like dominant or whatever, that sort of role that you put out. Having the physique, having the mindset, having high levels of testosterone, it changes your life dramatically. This is just from a societal standpoint. I haven't even gotten into how you start to feel mentally and physically yet. So just consider that. If you're considering, going on a transformative journey to, increase or get a better physique and improve the quality of your life through your health and fitness, improving your diet, improving your mindset, improving the exercises you do, being disciplined and accountable for achieving this level of physique, these are some of the small benefits you see along the way. Now, if we go into the mindset side of things, obviously when you go to the gym, you lift weights, your body produces testosterone as a byproduct. Now, this is the key here. Testosterone is so underplayed in society. When you've experienced low levels of testosterone and you see sort of how you feel, your confidence or your low confidence, your social anxiety, you don't want to step out of your circle, you don't want to take risks, you're like always in the flight or fight, you're on edge, you're like, oh shit, do I speak to this person, do I not speak to that, like, oh, I don't know what to do. When you get to having that level of testosterone that's considered high nowadays, your mindset shifts completely. It's like you're no longer afraid to take risks, to ask the questions, to start the conversations, to invest in yourself, to do these things, to work on yourself. You no longer fear that. It becomes like when you start doing hard things, like, you start going to the gym, training extremely hard, start going on long runs, start taking cold showers, doing hard things, they actually start to become enjoyable. And what do you think happens when these hard things start to become enjoyable? You do them more and more and more again. And what tends to happen when you do a lot of hard things? You tend to get incredible results in different areas of your life. And that just builds positive momentum, and it compounds and compounds and compounds. So think of doing years and years of hard things compounding. It's inevitable that you're going to get to a point where you become extremely successful in specific areas of your life because of having high testosterone, because you enjoy doing hard things. So that could be in business, that could be in your physique, that could be in relationships, that could be in so many different areas of your life. But it all stems from having high testosterone, because now you actually enjoy doing the hard things, where 95% of men fear away from that. They cower away from doing hard things. It scares them. It makes them anxious. It makes them worried. It makes them think they can fail. But in your mind, when you know you can never fail, that's when you love doing the hard things, because you're like, I'll just do this again and again and again. And if it doesn't work out today, I'll do it tomorrow. And if it doesn't work out tomorrow, I'll do it next week or next month. And you just keep going until you win. Because like the saying goes, you never really fail if you never give up, because you're just increasing your chances of winning. It's just sheer statistics, sheer odds. The more you do something, the better you get, the more chance of you becoming successful at it is. And this stems from the mindset of, being able to have high testosterone from training, from improving your physique, from having a low body fat level, from eating high nutritious foods like steaks and eggs and things like that are good in saturated fats. And obviously having, like I said, a lower body fat level is going to lead to less estrogen and less of your testosterone converting to estrogen. So that's going to lead to automatically having high levels of testosterone just by being lean and ripped in itself. That is just the basic, bare minimum mental benefits you'll start to experience. Now to go over to the physical side of things. You're literally going to live longer. Like, it's simple, the math is there. Why would you want to live out of shape, fat, overweight, obese, anxious, depressed, sad all the time, when you can change your life completely, get into the best shape of your life, get into the best mental health of your life, and live longer? There is no drawbacks to this. There is no negatives to being in shape. This is what sort of like baffles me, why people don't do it, why more people aren't in shape when you walk around. But then I sort of think they're sort of ignorant to know what the benefits are. They don't really know how they can feel if they've never felt like that before. They don't know how they can look if they've never looked like that before. So I've got to, like, I guess, put myself back to earth and put myself in their shoes and think, oh, hang on, this guy's never actually felt that. Like, so he doesn't know what it feels like to have high testosterone. He's never been in that position before. So he doesn't really know what he's missing. So he's just going to continue to go about on his normal everyday life. Which again, it's not, I guess I shouldn't say it's not his fault, but it is essentially his fault, because they have the ability to watch videos like this and to know what the true benefits are and to start taking charge of their own life. Because at the end of the day, it's your responsibility to control the outcome. It's your responsibility to control the life you want to create. You can't blame your genetics, your parents, things like that. It's because it's easy to play the victim card and say, oh, I'm not in shape because of this, I'm not in shape because of that. And you can just go back to your normal life and take no responsibility and take no action. But if you take accountability, the physical benefits you get are phenomenal. Even simple tasks like you go to wash the car, or you go to, you have to move a washing machine or a fridge. Just basic, I guess, tasks that you're required to do as a man become so much easier when you're in physically good shape. And I guess the little side quests or the little side benefits you get from this, when you're in shape, you look like you're in shape. People ask you for certain favors too, which sometimes it can get annoying. You're like, oh shit, I don't want to have to go and help this person, move a thing again. But it also reminds you that you become dependable. You become the guy that someone can depend on when things get tough, when things get hard, when someone has to move, or when someone's faced with adversity, when someone needs help. You're usually the first guy they will call. This is because you've built the physique now, and you've been shown that you are dependable, because you can do the hard work. You've done the hard work to get to where you are. Now you've got a friend that's moving houses and they need help moving the fridge or the washing machine. They're going to call you. They're going to be like, oh, hey man, hey bro, I need help moving this, because you're the guy that can do that. Probably the other 3 or 4 guys they know don't have the capacity to pick up the weight of the fridge or the TV or the washing machine or whatever it is you have to move. That's, I believe, what a man should be capable of doing. He should be able to do these hard things, and he should be dependable. When other friends get in tough situations, they should be able to call upon you. Other physical benefits you get is literally you get a lower resting heart rate. By being leaner, by being fit, your resting heart rate is going to be lower. You're going to be way less susceptible for diabetes, because you're going to be more sensitive to insulin. Generally think the healthier and fitter you are, the less chance of you getting diabetes. Now, this is just one other physical benefit. The less chance of you getting sick. You can work, you can work 365 days a year. There's way less chance of you getting sick because of your immune system is so much stronger. Now, what does that mean? It means you can work harder, it means you can work for longer, you can outwork every other man around you, and you can make more money. This is simple, very simple maths. Again, if you can work longer hours, you can work more intense, harder hours, and you can take less breaks because you're healthier, you're fitter, you're stronger, you get less sick, so you don't have to take as much time off. You're going to outwork every single person around you, and you're going to make more money. It's as simple as that. You're putting more of X in, you're going to get more of Y out. So you can start to see all these positive benefits of having or being in good shape. Now, all these benefits that you get will only start to come when you start to take action and you want to get in shape. I hope this video has been enough to make you make the decision of, wanting to get in shape and actually taking charge of your life now, and think like, damn, I'm going to go to the gym today. I'm actually going to go to the grocery store and buy healthy foods. I'm going to start looking after what I eat, because it's not only me that it's impacting, but it's impacting the society, the people around me. It's impacting, your potential children, or if you have children. All these things are being impacted by your decisions right now, by your decisions today. So I do hope this video helps you. I've also included in the description a free ebook that will help you increase your testosterone. It'll help you increase your vitality as a man and basically give you that masculine edge back that so many men are lacking. So just feel free to download it, have a read through. Keen on your feedback from the video. And once you have a read, if you do, feel free to come back to the video and leave a comment. Again, thanks for tuning in today and watching another video.